YouTubers, it's been a minute. Sunday, January 12th, as y'all can see what's going on outside. Got a lot of snow the past couple days, and this is my neighborhood. You can see it's still a lot of stuff laying on the ground, and it's cold. Hey neighbor, a little bit of sun out today, but hopefully it'll melt some of this stuff and we can move on with life. But anyway, this is really not what I want to talk about today. As you can see, Whiskey, she's covered up like a burrito right now. But, make a quick video here, something I want to share with some of you guys out there that's got a C10, 67 through 72 basically. Is what I'm on, but I think this worked for basically any application, hot rod, street rods. Well, what I want to show y'all is I rewired this truck. When I built the truck, I rewired everything. And there's a lot going on up under here. But one thing I want to share with you guys is, for anyone that's running a Speedway 12 circuit fuse block, these are basically for street rods, hot rods, Model A's. It's a universal system pretty much, but that's what I use. In hindsight, probably should have went with something else, but hindsight is always 20/20, right? But anyway, what I want to share with you guys is this block here, fuse block here, is a universal. It's for like a boat, RV type situation, but it works for several different applications. It worked for me. I run a couple of these on the truck in different areas, but this is one of them. But off my 12 circuit fuse block up there, I got my AFR gauge here. I got 2 batteries on this truck, so I'm running a second battery up under the frame. That's the gauge for it. So all my gauge lights, gauge power, AFR gauge power, everything comes into this fuse block right here, and they're all fused. I got 12 individual fuse slots where I can run 12 individual circuits. What I did was, the 12 circuit limits you to what you can do as far as not hijacking into all your wires and stuff. So what I did was, I got an electric choke on this truck. So what I did was I use a fuse jumper, and I jump into the electric choke, the slot for the electric choke, which is keyed 12 volt, only with the key on or when the truck's running. So I took 12 volt from that and jump into this fuse block, and now I've got 12 separate circuit to run whatever I want to run out of this, which is pretty neat. So all my lights for my gauges, I got gauges everywhere in here. So my 3-pod, voltage, oil, temp, my AFR gauge, and then I got my volt gauge for my second battery, is all running from this block here, which is pretty cool. So just a little tip I want to share with a few of you guys out there. If you're running a 12 volt 12 circuit fuse block like I'm running, and it's from Speedway, I'm not advertising for Speedway. Speedway is awesome. Bought a lot of stuff from them, but that just limit you to what you can do as far as running a bunch of extra circuit. Like I said, in hindsight, I should have got the 22 circuit and be done with it. I didn't think I needed it, but I ended up putting a lot of LED lights and a lot of different things, extra gauges, stuff like that. I made a video on my 3-pod here. I put 3 separate gauges in here. That's a clock. That's a second RPM gauge, and that's a temp gauge. That one's not hooked up. I got these 2 hooked up, but temp gauge is not hooked up. I may hook it up sometime later down the road. But anyway, I got a lot of gauges, and I got another switch panel over there. That's for all my LED lights. I got USB ports in it for my phone, the whole 9. And also my speakers. This is another little deal I came up with. This is a Bluetooth receiver, and I've got power, bass, and volume on here. And this I can control with my phone. I can play my music through my speakers through that Bluetooth receiver. So pretty cool. And they work instant connection. That's also hooked up to my second battery, my radio. I didn't want to put my radio on my main battery. So if I'm out at the car show and I want to play my music, I can just crank it up and I don't have to worry about my main battery, which is pretty cool. So that's basically what I want to show y'all. Man, it's cold. I just got the truck pretty much kind of wrapped up. Basically just winterized right now because you can't do anything outside, obviously. But just a little tip on the fuse block. If you're running a 12 circuit Speedway motors fuse block, they're great. They work great. They work just fine for everything that I needed, but I needed some extra stuff. So I decided to just go ahead and put me an extra fuse block in where I can get some extra circuits in place. This is another thing. This is my battery isolator for my second battery, which is back there in the frame. I got a circuit breaker here in line, and this wire here is going, it's my main power to my main battery, and then I got ground coming off the isolator to the frame. So I got this battery, second battery is isolated at all times. So that gives me the flexibility to kind of run some extra stuff on that second battery. I also got a third fan in this truck. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm running the third fan, and there it is down there. And that's also wired to my second battery on a switch. So I control that fan with a switch. Like most of the stuff that I put on the truck, everything is on a switch, so I can control it. Even my fuel pump is on a switch, so I can control how my fuel pump runs.